Tama, it is so great to be working with you again. Thanks so much for joining us, anticipating this spooktacular event that we've got coming up with the Stockton Symphony. For all the folks out there who might not know, will you tell us what is With Our Words?
We are a nonprofit that works with youth and young adults primarily using the art form of spoken word and slam poetry. And we develop all kinds of wonderful skills: creative writing, critical thinking, leadership, social justice, environmental engagement, and stewardship, and on to the break of dawn.
That's so great. So let's talk just a bit about spoken word and slam poetry for a minute. How much of the content that you have your kids do is invented by themselves, and how much is possibly written by somebody else?
98% has to come from them.
Wow. And what age range are we talking about, these adorable kids?
We're going to have a third grader on stage with us this time. So this workshop was under the auspices of a grant from Sierra Health and Community Medical Centers. It's called Words Outspoken. It uses spoken word, creative writing, slam poetry to help young people uncover trauma and emotional challenges and substance abuse, not for the little kids, but for the older kids.
Wow.
And so we get to talk about the fun and the fear of childhood. And the culminating event was a playground slam that we had yesterday, and the winners get to be on stage with us.
Oh, that is so great. What a wonderful, noble cause you've got running. And how long have you been doing this with your organization?
20 years as of next February.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're reprising a collaboration that we did before the pandemic, where we had some of your With Our Words kids come out and actually do the Danse Macabre poem, yes, which is a wonderful way to set up the Danse Macabre music that we all know by Saint-Saëns. But not that many people know the poem. So given that 98% that you're talking about, what is it going to be like for them to deliver this really old poem that was originally written in French and then translated into English?
The saving grace for getting from point A, getting them in a room, to point B, getting them on stage, is the zig, zig, zig. They are going to adore that. Once we get that, I can pretty much get them to do anything else.
That's so great. And how many of them are we going to have on stage?
You're going to have 6.
6? Yeah. Or in French, we would say 6.
We would say that? Okay.
Well, we would.
If we spoke French.
All right. Now, that's not the only thing that's going to be featured from your organization. Somebody named yourself is going to be doing a little bit of this Cauldron scene, right?
Yes.
From Macbeth?
Yes.
Tell us all about it.
Round about the cauldron go.
That's right.
Cannot wait. I am going to be the flyest witch you have ever seen on stage. I have been plotting and planning this outfit for about 2 months.
Oh, so you're really going to do a costume for this?
Oh, I'm going in. Yes.
Well, I remember when you narrated this wonderful work about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, In Tune with Justice, with the Stockton Symphony, and you went all out for the costume then. I mean, you got the robe and the decorations and everything. And so is this going to be like maybe a surprise, or do you want to describe for us what the costume?
Not a word.
Not a word. Okay. But we're going to hear Toil and Trouble, Double Bubble, all that stuff.
You will hear Fire Burn and Cauldron Bubble. Yes, you will.
Oh, that'll be so great. Well, it's always a pleasure to work with you and your incredibly talented students. Do they really secretly love doing the macabre?
It's the zig, 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 though. That and being able to dress up. It's the Halloween part.
Yeah.
That just kind of ties it all together. Creating the breadcrumbs. It's Halloween. You're going to be monsters, and we're going to be talking about monstrous things, but you're going to get to be dressed up in all your costumes. I've warned them about you.
Probably not enough.
I said, listen, he's a giant. He may or may not be dressed like Frankenstein. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Dracula may be conducting a few of the first few numbers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he may be there.
You might see a little vampire on stage.
Maybe. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Well, we're really looking forward to this, and thanks for all you've done for our community for decades, Tama. It's really a pleasure.
Thank you. I'm so glad we get to have a chance to get the band or the symphony back together again.
We can call them a band. It's
okay,
all right.
cool. We call them.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye, everybody.